I was really counting the days hour by hour or second by second, waiting for it to come true.
Once she decided on Disney World and they started sharing kind of some of the plans and what to expect and what it would be like, there's a lot of excitement in the house.
My wish is to go to the world of Harry Potter. There's a shadow of a creature. It's a Yeti. It's a roller coaster that goes 55 miles an hour. You go flying down and you think you're gonna crash into a building. I got to fight Darth Vader. Built a double-bladed blue lightsaber. It's called Screaming Gator Zipline, and there's gators under you, and you go across them. And they look like they're gonna bite you, but they don't.
We had decided, just because Cody is progressively getting worse, he's not gonna get any better, that we wanted to take the kids to Disney World. It's really what Cody wanted. It was what Brett and Bradley, his older brothers, had wanted. So I was just bound and determined to make that happen. So I picked up a second job, and in the meantime, a friend of ours had said, why don't you contact Make-A-Wish? And I'd always felt that Make-A-Wish was for children that were maybe a little worse off than Cody was.
Asked me if she could have anything in the world, anything, what would you want? She thought some stickers. Came home to a finished art studio, and it was amazing.
My wish basically was a fire pit outside with a pond over by it and the path to get back there and up to my deck.
One day I came home and I just said I can't keep working 2 jobs anymore. I just can't. I wasn't seeing enough of my kids. I was exhausted, and their dad was feeling like I wasn't there that much. And that day I came home and just broke down and cried and went to the mailbox, and there was a letter from Make-A-Wish that they were going to grant Cody's wish.
I wish to be a princess.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you.
So it's been since October of 2011 since she was diagnosed, and we went through that initial treatment to eradicate the cancer cells. Our oncologists up at St. Vincent's and the child life representatives there recommended or gave Kira's name to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. First you think, no, I don't want to wish, because you don't want what goes along with it, the treatment. And then afterwards it's like, wow, we just felt so grateful that she could have this opportunity, because once you're in the midst of it, you realized what a joy and a treat it is to have this experience for your child. Just a little, a shining star for them to look forward to.
I got to meet Rapunzel and meet Ariel and Belle and Cinderella and Jasmine.
Every day, I think my husband and I teared up both at least once, just because they were so amazing and how they treated the family at the Give Kids the World resorts. And you don't really know what to expect, and you go there, and it's very, very powerful experience.
He went to bed Saturday with full sight and woke up Sunday blind in his right eye. And then they had us go down to Children's Hospital in Madison. And that's when our worst fears were confirmed that he had cancer. At one point, the doctor had said it's a life-threatening illness that he has, so he will have a wish granted. And quite honestly, at that point, that's probably the farthest thing from your thoughts or anything like that. And but as the time went on, and as we found out the survival rate of his tumor and his attitude through everything, and the fact that chances were good of him making through it, it was really a good thing to use that Make-A-Wish as something to look forward to down the road.
I had heard about a lot of people asking for trips, and I just kept thinking I wanted something that would stay with me forever.
And he says, well, you know what I'd really like to have, Dad, is a new trailer. And I started laughing is what I did. I said, yeah, that would be nice, but that'll never happen. I said, that's a little bit of a big wish.
I was told we were going to go look at trailers, and when we got there, there was a whole party there, and a lot of my friends were there waiting for me, and they showed me the trailer that I was getting. When I was having treatments, I'd feel down and sick, but a lot of times I'd feel sick, and then we'd go up north, and the fresh air and just being away from all of it and not thinking about it really helped me to just keep my head up.
Jordan was a pretty accomplished wrestler before he got sick. He said before, no matter what, he says, I'm going to wrestle in January, and this is 2 months after his last chemo. And he took his braces off and he wrestled, and he ended up going 11-2.
All of a sudden, my younger son had said, Mom, there's something wrong with Braden. We were in the waiting room and we were waiting for her, and she came out and she said, your son has a very sick brain. And she said, you're really only seeing part of the seizures. He's actually having seizures constantly. They suggested that we remove 2 parts of his brain and that they were going to do everything they could not to lose Braden's vision because the birth defects intertwined with his vision. As a mom, you never forget that long walk down the hallway when you know you're going to let him go. And I didn't know what I'd get back. And he came out. And it was 2 o'clock in the morning. He rolled a little bit, barely opened his eyes, and he was all swollen and puffy and black and blue. And I said, honey, can you see me? And he said, yeah, I can see you, Mom. He's 14. He shouldn't be thinking about 8-hour brain surgeries and whether or not he's going to live and have to sign a piece of paper that says you might not make it through this surgery. He should be thinking about girls and songs and things like that. My husband actually works with a gentleman whose son was granted a wish. And when he had heard everything that we were going through at work, he said, did you ever think about maybe putting Braden's name in for a Make-A-Wish?
When I woke up from surgery, my parents told me, because a little foggy at the time, they said, first thing I started talking about was Make-A-Wish. And it gave me the courage to move on because I said if I can conquer this obstacle, then I have like the greatest reward possible to look forward to after when I come out. I love tropical places, and Hawaii is just about as tropical as you can get. It's like a dream there. It's absolute paradise. I got to start the plane, which was amazing because I've always looked up online like what the front of the plane looks like, and I've always wanted to be a pilot. I got to meet the pilot, and he was a really cool guy. I told my mom already, I'm getting married in Hawaii.
It was what he needed to give him hope and give him a dream.